Hello and welcome to Brunch with Brian, your daily live stream, your morning helping of success thinking. So it's a beautiful Monday. We're about halfway through October. I always like a fresh start on Monday. Monday's always an exciting day to me. And it's a beautiful day out here in Arizona. It's actually pretty breezy. Maybe you can hear our wind chimes tinging away back there. So it's a special day today. And as you guys know, we always have a lesson and we always have an assignment. And today's lesson is kind of tied into one of the special days. What are you doing? Sadie, come here. And usually we don't have, sometimes we have our babies come visit, don't we? Yes, this is Saturn. And as you guys know, and his little cute brother, he got a haircut recently. So he got rid of all that shag. So he'll join us today, I guess. So today's lesson is living the life. Living the life because it's actually evaluate your life day. You know, there's a lot of national days all the time. So I like to commemorate some of those, and some of them are meaningful to some of us. And a lot of them are very meaningful. It's New Friends Day, for instance, today. And but living the life, you know, this weekend, Lynette and I had a really great time. I'm going to put Sadie down. We had a great time this weekend, and we were really trying to live the life because I started to think, and you can think, and maybe you're very young, and maybe you're a long way from thinking about this. But if you're a little older, if you're getting in your 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s, you got to start to think, okay, well, maybe you don't want to think this way, but how many days do I really have? How many great days do I have, and how many days, healthy days? So I'm getting up there. I had a pretty monumental birthday recently. And so I'm starting to think, okay, well, look at 3,000 days. So how many days, what does that basically equate to? About 9 years, 10 years, let's say. So in the next 10 years, you have 3,000 mornings. You have 3,000, come here, baby. Come here, baby. Look, now we have a new baby in the family, and she's getting big fast. And this is Willow. Yes, Willow. Oh, and got to get the whole gang in, I guess. So now here's Mars and Willow. And Willow's going to be about 5 times bigger than Mars. Mars is fully grown at, he's about 3 years old. And Willow is, how old is she? 2 months old? Yeah, so she's really a growing pup. She's going to be getting so big. She's going to be looming. She's a golden doodle, even though she looks a lot. We think she's going to get to be about 50 pounds. Right now, she probably weighs around 10. So she's going to get 5 times bigger. These two weigh about the same actually right now, but that's not going to last very long. So that's our babies. They sometimes drop in for an appearance, as you know. So that's Willow, Mars, and Saturn. So today we're talking about evaluating your life, and this will come back around to my assignment, because now how much did you live the life? Okay, so when you talk about, I mean, you only got one life, right? And you only have so many days. So 9, 10 years, let's say you got 3,000 days. So how many of those do you want to feel like you're living the life and having the life of your dreams? Now, sometimes, obviously, guys, we're going through tough times nationally with the pandemic and everything. But as much as possible, you can still claim moments. And that's the thing. You can still have a great day. You can still, and maybe, COVID isn't really affecting you that much. So depending on where you live, what state and what your job is and all that, you may be, really be able to claim a lot of living your life moments. And, fortunately, Lynette and I have made some wise moves in real estate and got into the right areas and done pretty well. And with that, we aren't all stressed about everything going on, and we're in a little better position. So if you can get to that mindset, but regardless of what overall where you sit, the idea is to live the life, have the best life that you can. Live the best life you can on a daily basis, and more, that's more mental than anything. That's more what you bring to it emotionally than, sometimes your circumstances. There's some people in very dire circumstances who manage to keep a really wonderful attitude, and that's what we all strive for, keep a positive attitude. And that's the law of attraction. So Brunch with Brian, I really focus on the law of attraction, which is keep your thoughts positive, keep your focus positive, and that helps you glean positive results from your life and live a happier, more positive life. Yeah, there's the babies back there. So count, I don't want to get morbid about it, but, figure out, hey, I better enjoy my days, because there's a finite number of them, and also a finite number of them that you're really going to be in good health too. So right now I can still run around and throw a football and baseball, and what we did this weekend. Okay, this was significant. This was living the life to me. About 20 years ago, we hiked up the Superstition Mountains, and the top is called the Flatiron. There's a rock structure way at the top. And my brother came visiting from Minnesota, and Lynette and me and him went hiking up, and we made it almost to the top, but we ran out of time. And we saw the Flatiron up there, and we thought, oh, I want to go there, but we don't have enough time. So for 20 years, and it's a tough hike. I mean, it's grueling. You don't do this unless you're in top condition. We actually went about 9 miles, but so much of it is rock climbing. I mean, this isn't hiking a trail. This is like hands and feet, and going down is tricky too. So it's a little dangerous actually, but I've been wanting to do it for so long and make it up to the Flatiron. And so, yay! Some of you guys maybe saw our post on Facebook. I think we posted something from the top of the Flatiron. So to me, that was really living the life. Now, you're going to have things that to you are living the life. What does that mean? Maybe it's you out on your boat. Okay, maybe you got a boat, or maybe you have things, that to you, just what's your image when you say that phrase? If I say that phrase to you, what's living the life to you? Think about that. Now, here's what I really like you to do is make a list. Make a list of what those moments are. For me and Lynette, it's hiking to really cool places like that. That was really, to me, right up there. Now, another thing that was up there to me this weekend was we had the kids over. This is huge to me. I love our kids. And so we have Dashel. Obviously, a lot of you guys know Dashel actually and have seen him, met him. And he works with us. And then we had Kale and Amy, his beloved. And so fortunately, they lived in Chicago for a while. Now they moved back, and they brought our puppy home. He doesn't live here, but at least he's in the same state. So when they come over, Neptune comes over with them, and we all have a great time. And Neptune was playing. This was really great because Neptune's really good at playing. And so Neptune was playing really great with Willow, and we're so fun. So we had the kids over, and Trinity, of course, lives here, and she had her boyfriend over. So it was just a nice little family gathering, but it's the kids that I always dreamed I would have at about the right, 2 boys and a girl. I got really lucky on that, and you don't have a choice on that really. And then we did this. We did pumpkins. So how cool is that? Ben, can you pan over and see some pumpkins? Look at that. So this was actually my pumpkin. Somehow my pumpkin made it on the end. So sometimes people go by people go by the stencils and can really do cool stuff. So this was a stencil. That was Trinity's, but I went without a stencil. I thought it was pretty creative, so I like mine. But we got a better picture. We're going to show you guys this picture, and where we have them lit with candles in them. So to me, I just had this idea because I love our house, and we have this brick wall that runs across the front, kind of between us and the street, kind of a shield. It's not like a big wall in front, but we can line up the pumpkins on there. That was my idea. And so I said, hey, everybody come over on Sunday and let's carve pumpkins. So that was really great. Now, so family gatherings, but that's the other tricky thing, obviously, guys, with the COVID and stuff, big family gatherings are kind of curtailed, especially if somebody, has health issues or challenges with that. So, but if you can manage to do it, like we were able to safely and just in our little family group, that's really awesome. And that's obviously living the life. So evaluate your life now. I actually printed a form that I left inside. Ben, see if you can find that. it goes through some questions on evaluating your life. And I was reading through those questions, and since it's evaluating your life day, kind of ties into a lot of our themes that we always talk about here. And so if you're thinking about that, I mean, I always come back to passion. If you're evaluating your life, what gives you passion? What makes you excited about your life? What gives you juice? And if you know, whatever that is, try to do it more. You know, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you smile. And you know, when we do brunch with Brian, I usually tell a joke and then we smile. And I always like to try to do 30 seconds of smiling and then do our deep breathing too. You know, sometimes people going up and down on the trails, all the other hikers, a lot of them like to listen to music. We don't really listen to music that much. Usually Lynette and I are just talking and hiking. But what kind of music would you listen to on a hike? A trail mix. Hey, yes. And, you know, we did go on this great hike yesterday, and we peaked with some great views, and then it was all downhill from there. I didn't really work that hard on the jokes today, to be honest, guys. I ran out of time. So I usually curate some pretty decent jokes. Those were okay. And I always like telling a joke or two because it makes you smile, hopefully. All right, so let's all smile. Smiling, I believe in so much, and I don't always talk about it. Actually, I haven't really talked about it for a couple weeks, how much I believe in the power of smiling and smile therapy, and how anytime during the day you can really lift your own mood with that little technique of just smiling and then committing to it, you know. And maybe you don't feel like it, and that's when you need to smile sometimes, is when you don't feel like it. So I always love a smile, the power of a smile. It actually, I mean, it's beyond just you having positive thinking. It actually creates a chemical reaction in your brain, you know, when you're smiling. And so just start smiling, even look in the mirror and smile, make yourself smile more. And but you got to commit to it in a genuine way. If you just kind of paste it on and say, well, I'm going to do it for 10 seconds, but that's it, and then I'm going to go back to being a grump, that doesn't work. You have to commit to it. And then what will occur, well, you'll find your brain start thinking, hey, well, I'm smiling. Well, why am I smiling? Well, you know what? I'm kind of excited about this going to happen, and this is great, and I love this. And I always talk about count your blessings. So everybody should have that little piece of paper where you at least have about 10, your top 10 blessings on it that you can always look at. And that should always bring you a smile. And try to tell a joke. But again, living the life was the theme today, and hiking up the Superstition Mountains. And the other cool thing is we took out the RV. Now, we haven't really had time to really take the RV out, you know, that much. And so this is Ron LeGrand's old RV that we bought. So when we bought Ron's RV, you know what, I'll post a picture. We actually posted, I think, on Facebook. You can see some pictures of this. But we took Ron's RV out, and that was really fun. And it's a great RV. It's got this really cool paint job. The other people at the RV place were coming over, and can I take a picture of your wrap? It was definitely really cool. So and we hung out, and when you put the pop-outs out, it's really cool. Now, I don't really know the RV lifestyle. I think I would really like the RV lifestyle, and just being able to go grab the RV and drive up to Sedona or something. But, you know, there's challenges. It's tricky to park, and, you know, and Lynette says, well, we could do Airbnb. So we're still trying to negotiate our way through being RV people. And that's a role. See, and that's everybody. I talk about roles all the time. Now, I love being in dad roles. So now, did you notice when I said I was living the life, part of that I was in hiker, you know, exerciser mode. So obviously that's things I like to do. And that was dramatic and going, so hiking. But also being around the kids, being in, what role am I there? I'm hiker me, or in this, I'm loving dad me, is what I hope I am most of the time. I try to be, and try to have a good sense of humor. Okay, so just to toss out a few more special days, which I like to talk about. New Friends Day. Oh, this was important too, and I wanted to make a point on this, was Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day. I always am a huge believer in organization, and Ben Franklin has a great quote, for every minute spent organizing is worth an hour spent in other activities. So that's how much Ben Franklin thought organizing was important. So organize your desktop. Take 10 minutes and just move your icons and folders. Just make some good folders and get good things in the right folder, because there's stuff all over. I don't even have to know you to know, I mean, personally to know, but I feel like I know you, but because I know your desktop is kind of messy. So that you can fix that today. Or you can tell me I'm wrong. You can respond with a comment. It's Dressed Like a Dork Day, so I was considering on doing that in honor of our great character Jerome, who is our wholesale buyer in our What to Say system. So if you don't know who Jerome is, you're not watching your What to Say system enough. Those incredible videos. Okay, it's a Seafood Bisque Day today, which is a really great food, and it's Kentucky Day, and it's Multicultural Diversity Day, and Gin and Tonic Day, and Let's Adjust International Adjust Your Chair Day, and Rainforest Day. See, and there's so many things to commemorate all the time. I mean, the rainforest, I could talk for 5 minutes about, cool walking in rainforest and that. So, birthdays today, Evander Holyfield is 58. John Lithgow, who's a great actor, is 75. And historic events for the day, I'm a history buff. Nothing that, one thing very significant that I thought, streptomycin is an antibiotic, and it was discovered in 1943, and it helped eradicate or greatly relieve tuberculosis. So that's interesting, that medicine, boy, and medicine is really a big thing now. And in 87, if you were around, Black Monday was today when the stock market. Now, the stock market only dropped 504 points in 87 on this day, but it was 22% of the overall volume, because the stock, we weren't at 27,000. So we were way lower. So that was a huge, huge loss in the stock market. So I think, we're doing okay so far, and hopefully the country just keeps moving forward and things coalesce the right way and the economy improves and everything goes well. I'm hopeful. I'm a hopeful person because I believe in America. And so my assignments for today to wrap up, guys, clean your virtual desktop. So write these down. Clean your virtual desktop. This was some of these questions that were on Evaluating Your Life Day. And I did, some of these are pretty interesting, but just, I think a lot of them come back to that passion question. That question about where is your passion in life, and finding your passion and being passionate about what you're doing and trying to live the life, right? So that's what I want to do too. I want you to make a list. This is a fun list. A lot of times we talk about real estate and real estate tips. But today, just because it was Evaluate Your Life Day, I guess we're doing more of the motivational side. Sometimes we do heavy duty real estate tips and get into some real nitty gritty on that. But remember, everything starts with your mindset. To be good at real estate, you first have to have a good mindset. And so that's, the power of having a great mindset is so important. So make your list of what your great moments are. What would be your living the life moments? Try to write out 10 and then try to do those things. Try to do them as much as you can, because you want to take advantage of the great time we have here. And if you're in good health, especially, take advantage of your health and your happiness and live in the life. And you know what? You make these great memories when you're living the life, but you make them for yourself and you make them for everybody else too. So everybody around you, and like the kids, guys, I mean, it's sad to say, but I'm going to be gone. It's hard to say and hard to talk about, but I'm going to be gone. The kids are going to be around maybe a long time after I'm gone. So this will hopefully, I'll live on in the kids' memories in a positive way by living the life with them too. So guys, today, live the life. And we are going to be back for a great Teaching Tuesdays tomorrow, as we always are, at 4, that's at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Teaching Tuesdays. Last week, we did that awesome real estate investing test where you learn so many of the basics. And we were vacillating. I think we might complete the test tomorrow, do the last half, and or else we might do a different topic, because there's one other more pressing topic that we were talking about. So we might do that, and then always come on Thursdays live with the Wolffs at the same time as that, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we always put out a video for Wolf Bite Wednesday. And here I am on Brunch with Brian every weekday morning, where I want to be with you and have a morning of success thinking. All right, so great, guys. Keep the best training and taking action, as Lynette loves to say.